All right, it's Tuesday. It's the rundown. It is July 25th. It is brought to you by Movement Watches, mvmt.com/rundown. 15% off, free shipping, free returns. Movement Watches start at just $95. Department store, you're looking at $400, $500. Movement, $95. I'm having all sides. If you notice, I sneezed twice right before. I'm getting a little bit of a runny nose here, so I'm going to try to keep this together, play through Jordan flu game, even though I'm not sick.
It's not your fault. It's like the office temperature goes up, goes down, goes up.
Yeah, it's hot again. What the hell happened?
My office is freezing. Office manager Brett's so busy doing like executive level decisions and things of that nature. He's losing track of little things like air control and fixing my door, making sure there's water, because he's too busy making CEO type decisions.
Well, we have the problem in the office too, where we need to have like a system, a temperature system. We can't just change the temperature because one person's cold.
Agreed.
Yeah.
That's our issue, because we have a couple people who complain about the cool.
And different who? Is there notorious? Nate?
No, I mean I'm not gonna say name names. It's gender related, so it's females.
Erica?
No.
Rhea?
Yeah. Got it out of me.
I squeezed
Really
it out.
really put the grind into me there.
Nice work.
LeBron James is mad online. So we talked about the story yesterday, how Stephen A. Smith dropped his sources that said if he saw Kyrie Irving, he'd have to be like restrained not to beat the piss out of him. LeBron, now people are reporting that story. LeBron mad online, tweeting about it with the boo emoji, like the yell. Actually, the yell emoji next to the word boo. With like at least 20 O's.
Yeah.
So like, you know he's yelling. And then like, but I'm not worried about it. I'm enjoying my summer. Have a great summer. LeBron James, mad online. Also, vintage LeBron was like, oh, I don't care about this. Why would you say I care about this? I just keep tweeting about it, but I'm having a great summer. I don't care. So it's just vintage LeBron. Everything about this guy infuriates me, and this is a typical story. Big Cat?
It's ruining his summer, which is beautiful.
Anytime you're like, I'm enjoying my summer, you should too.
You are
It's
not.
ruining it.
You are not enjoying it. I love how this all started too, because Stephen A. Smith totally made that up.
Yep.
Like he completely made up the story that LeBron.
Which we
wanted.
talked about yesterday.
Kick
Where you were like, it was
Kyrie's
just like
ass.
some total dog shit
Yeah.
thing he made up, and now LeBron's tweeting about it
But
nonstop.
I mean, guess what? This is, and there's also a theory out there that LeBron was the one. LeBron's camp basically got it into the media that Kyrie wanted to trade to make him look like the bad guy. So, and this is kind of like backfiring on LeBron. That's the thing. LeBron plays all the games. So the fact that it's kind of like falling back on him is beautiful.
I don't know if he's that good at playing. You think that?
I think someone in LeBron. I mean, LeBron's got a like very, very good media team that does a very good job of making sure that LeBron is always putting.
Right, because they're kind of taking a Trump approach of like going after the media. He's even got his own like, what is it, like not facts hashtag?
Right.
Which is fake news. Like
Right.
that's basically what that is. So he's
Yeah.
almost like they looked and they're like, oh, Trump's doing this thing that's shitting on the media. We're gonna do that too. Hashtag not facts.
Which Stephen A. Smith, it's fair to be like, hey, you're fake news, dude.
Yeah,
He's
that's what he's
definitely-
doing. He's just
But
pointing fake news at him.
LeBron mad online and ruined summer is just fantastic.
That headline, LeBron James is mad online, makes me laugh. It's
Yeah.
like, yes, what a
is.
great headline. LeBron
And
James.
you look at it and you're like, yeah,
he's
that guy's
online.
mad.
Yeah,
He
he's
is
mad
mad.
online.
He's
And
very
he's
mad.
so bad at, not to beat it to death, but he just stinks at like turning it and making it funny. You just read it, it's like, ooh, this guy's mad.
Yeah.
Like there's no other way to interpret it. You don't even think about the story. It's like, we got a guy who's mad online.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
LeBron James.
And now
Like
there's
he's
no way out of it. You get stuck in
Yeah,
that
right, that's
rabbit
you-
hole
yeah.
and you're just.
You get that's like when somebody tells you you're mad, like you were doing like YP earlier. People are
Yeah.
like, you're mad. You're like, well, I'm not fucking mad.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
you're
He
mad.
was triggered. He's like, how do I not get triggered? It's like, well, you don't get upset.
Right.
Like instantly and
But once you go, it's how you deny you're in
oh,
denial.
it's
How do I
Like,
become
yeah.
untriggered? Like
And
you don't.
speaking of tweets, Durant tweeted at
PFT.
PFT.
Yep.
He's another one. Now, Durant, I saw obviously that tweet, and it went down like the dog. The tweet, somebody started it. Hey, my dog ran away,
Yeah.
right? And then Kevin Durant. It was a dig at him. Explain it, because I'm forgetting exactly.
He
what
was
it
basically saying that he's a beta and not an alpha because he went and joined a bunch of other dogs. So this is the second time that he's.
But
Kevin
somebody else
Durant's-
started it, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
PFT came in on it.
Yeah, there it is.
All right, so here's the exchange that we have here. Kevin Durant tweeted, "You must be a piece of," but we don't have the original on this.
He's a,
Somebody
Yes,
said, somebody
that's right.
tweeted at him, I named my dog after
Named my
Kevin
dog after
Durant.
he ran away.
But it ran away. Durant said, you must be a piece of shit emoji if a dog chooses to live in the streets instead of your house. And then PFT came back over the top. Maybe his dog was sick of being the alpha and went to go play with a bunch of other dogs where he could fell back into the pack. And then Durant wrote back to PFT, oh, word, he told you that? So it went back and forth.
Dude, this is the second time, though, Durant.
Is Durant mad online, or is he playing?
Durant is stuck in this very bad zone now where he is trying to kind of like change the story on like his anger and like against the media and stuff. So he's playing along a little bit, like the ESPYs joke.
Yep.
Like the whole, oh, I'm a surly guy. But he's not very good at this. Because this is the second time we've interacted with him where he kind of was like, what are you doing, Kevin?
Yeah,
So,
he's like a big replies guy, right? It's
Right.
almost like he's trying to flip the script
So
on
is
like.
he mad online?
he's not
But
there
he's-
yet.
Yeah, right. He's trying to prove that like you can be an athlete active online and not be mad online. But he looks like he's kind of mad online.
Right, he's trying to prove that he has never once been mad online.
Right, like you're not getting to me. Look, I can like hang and reply to everybody.
Right.
But like people
He's not
kinda
fully
getting to a little
mad,
bit.
but
He's not LeBron mad online.
no, he's
No.
not mad, but trying to prove that you're not mad is pretty damn close to mad.
Right.
Yeah,
he's
right.
like teetering right
yeah,
there.
he's right there.
Speaking of mad online, I'm sure Roger Goodell would be mad online if he was tweeting, because there's this new study that says of all the brains donated to research, and do we know how many there actually were?
There were 111 NFL brains.
And
So,
99% of them came back with CTE.
Yeah.
Not the best study for the NFL,
But-
I would say.
Not the best study, but these studies are like, am I the only one who thinks these studies are kind of crazy? Because first of all, it's 111 NFL brains. How many people played in the NFL? Like, hundreds of thousands. It's people who donate their brain to science, so you probably already have an idea that something
you're
went
already
wrong.
thinking something's there,
Right.
otherwise you wouldn't
And
send
then they
it.
don't even, they even said in the article I was reading, they don't have a test study. Like they don't have, just regular brains that don't have, that we suppose don't have CT. So football's probably not good for your brain, but these studies are like always, there's like going to be 6 weekends of
Bad PR look, though.
Bob Lee on, talking serious to us.
Bob Lee
He's
talks
concussions,
serious,
yeah.
like nobody else talks
Right.
serious.
I remember once.
He's one of the all-time
yeah.
talk serious guys.
You turn it on Sunday morning, like in the summer. It's like youth sports concussions. Headers have been banned in women's soccer.
He walks, talks, does everything.
Serious dude.
Serious dude. Bob Lee is one serious dude. You done? I mean, had you commented yet on it?
He was about
Have
to.
I?
It was about to be his turn.
I was just like looking like
was
we
like
were
his
like, all right,
turn.
we're gonna
Yeah,
talk
you
now.
like froze. Yeah, I looked
Well,
at you
we're
as I was
gonna-
looking at you. It's your turn to talk. You just, in literally verbatim, you went, oh.
It was, it was almost a reaction like that dude in Minnesota. It was just, I don't know. You looked. It was weird. The way you were looking at me was weird.
It was your turn. I always do. It's like your turn to talk. You don't look at me.
It's just a weird moment. I didn't really know.
Yeah, you were paralyzed.
We were like right next to
You were
me.
paralyzed. That was fucking Rico Bosco in the studio. That's what that was. That
was the.
that was the nuttiest thing
That was
that's
the
happened.
craziest.
Like, his brain froze. It was what.
How
That's
is
kind of
Rico?
what I didn't know.
I can't believe we never talked about this, Dave. How does Rico still not get it?
No, it's insane. It's
Like
a-
we've had this conversation with Rico a million times.
That
he's hilarious. He would be an electric personality, but you can't just never show your face when we're in an office.
That was maybe the funniest 20 minutes that I've had in like the last 2 years. He was just doing it with Riggs. He's just like, do you want to leave? He's like, The voices are, we're going to blur your face out. But we need camera. We can't not have, like, you can't like go on Kardashians and be like, there's no cameras anywhere. Like, we are cameras.
Nah, I guess we're good then.
Good then. I don't know what did you expect to happen? It was bananas. Rico Bosco. Yeah, you froze up.
But
I don't remember if I froze up or if
CTE
you
was
said
playing
that.
along like CTE. You were doing like the CTE.
Yeah, I was
Like,
the CT guy. Like, oh yeah, I've been
the
playing in the NFL. I'm stuck.
FYI, I'm all the concussions thing. I've said this 1,000 times. It's a legal issue. I think most guys would say I'll play football and deal with the concussions, and you get paid millions. I mean, it doesn't happen in MMA and other sports where you get smashed in the head, but they have the previous legal shit. But you know, it's a story. I would let them go back to. I want Chuck Cecil back in the league. I mean, I think you sign a paper, you play football, that's your choice, and you can hit however you want. But the story is still bad PR for Goodell, who's a liar.
Right. I mean, the problem with concussions for the longest time was that the doctors were lying to the players.
Right.
Now that has been eliminated, and everyone knows what the risk is.
And they're still, like, for the most part.
They're dealing with past issues.
Right,
Not
right.
Because if you could just say, here's the risks, it's up to you.
You could be the Wes Welker. Did you see our boy Wes Welker? He was like, I can't worry about my brain exploding someday. I don't think that's how CTE works. Like, you don't just. It's not
That
like,
may not be CTE related from Wes.
yeah,
That's just maybe
I'm
Wes.
still pissed that he didn't offer us Molly at the Breeders. That's an all-time like slap in our face. You know that, Dave. We went to a horse race event with him. He did not offer us Molly. Then the next horse race he went, he got busted for doing Molly at. So
Yeah,
we were the biggest. He sized us up and he's
Squids.
like, these guys don't party.
Squids. There were girls though with us. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That's slightly like he was on a boys trip. The other one.
True. Still, just
His
a little,
wife was like
little,
with him. Yeah. This
taste?
ISIS guy trying to escape ISIS because their country's invaded somewhere in the Middle East.
Mosul, I think it was Mosul, which is the big city that they're battling in.
So what? I don't. And so it's war conflicted, and this gave him an opportunity to get it. Once you're in it, so ISIS sounds like a club. Once you join, they don't let you leave. It's like the mafia.
Exactly. Like if you try to leave, like that's the worst thing you
That's
can do.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people join, they like attract you, they recruit you, they join. There's all this cool stuff. You're gonna get all these like sex slaves and all that. Guys join, they find out it actually sucks. They want to leave, and this guy was trying to do that.
Okay, so he dressed up as a woman, forgot to shave the mustache.
It's a huge fuck up. This guy couldn't have been a great asset for ISIS if like he forgot to take off the mustache. It was like a full goatee that sounded like he had to. Did the whole rest of the deal, and then they told a story about another guy who even padded his bra and did all that, forgot to shave his chest. So he just had like full chest hair. So I mean, I don't think they got the smartest guys over there. And this guy's like, these guys that they catch trying to flee are like fucked. Like they are gonna like fillet you alive.
Can I ask a question?
ISIS didn't catch him. The good guys caught him.
I thought it was ISIS that caught him trying to leave ISIS.
How do we find out if ISIS caught the ISIS guy?
Fact check someone. Can I ask a question
I don't
while we
think
find
ISIS
out the facts? Don't women have to cover up all their like face?
That's true.
So why would you?
I was actually going to say the story seems fake to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but-
just put in some blue contacts and
Well, maybe that's why he was thinking, well, we cover up the face anyway, so I'll just put on like makeup and they won't get to that part. Pulled it down, boom,
really
mustache.
bad makeup jobs. He's like a clown.
Horrible. The only
He
thing I
looked
will
like a
say,
legitimate clown.
The only thing I will say is if you're rushing around, like if you're going out and just like, oh, I got to hustle, it's easy to forget shit. So I'm assuming when you're fleeing ISIS, it's not like a calm, like, oh, let me like make sure I got my eyeliner on right. He probably threw this shit on, ran out the door. I bet he was the first one to be like, oh, fuck, my mustache is still on.
Yeah.
And then it's
Can
like,
you
what do
imagine
do?
when he's in line? He's like, oh, my mustache still on.
What do we got?
Tough shave. This is not good.
I think they were found by the Iraqi army.
Yeah.
But
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. D Rose, going to Cleveland, formerly your boy, Big Cat.
Still kind of my boy. I
D
got room
Rose,
for him.
the thing about this guy, he reminded me in a weird way of like KG. Like I thought he really, really fucking hated LeBron.
Yeah, I thought so too. And it's just, but everything you thought about D Rose is not like the fact that he signed a $2 million contract. He was the MVP of the league, 6 years ago. It's just sad. It's like, and it's so clear too. The contract that he signed. I don't know if you were following, but last week he was rumored to go to like 4 or 5 teams. So clear that was just like desperate. BJ Armstrong was just throwing teams out there and just getting names out there because he signed the fucking league minimum. It's just, isn't it that league minimum, the veteran league minimum?
For him, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, I don't know. It's sad. It's shocking that Derrick Rose is going to be LeBron's fucking little.
He's gonna be
He's
his
bitch.
He's gonna be his.
Better fall in line, otherwise
Dante
you get,
Jones.
Yeah, it's wild. It's going to be very weird watching that.
I
And
thought it was like a typo when I saw the
Yeah.
amount of money that he was signing for. But
I guess, yeah. I mean, he's fallen so far. That's the thing is, like, I would definitely be more shocked if it wasn't just kind of. It all makes sense for how far Derrick Rose has fallen in his career. You know what I mean? Like, it's not. He's not going to team up with LeBron in his prime. His prime is long gone.
I feel like though at this point, like it's kind of the right move for him. Like, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, I don't know where else. I don't know what other. That's my point. It's like I don't even know if anyone else wanted to sign him. I want him to go back to the Bulls because like the Bulls are going to suck. Might as well just have some fun. And he's only going to play 30 games or whatever he's going to play. So all weird times.
Last one, this Trump press conference. The lady behind Trump. It was just the most bizarre eyebrow game, probably in the history of eyebrows, and it isn't a reflection on Trump, but it totally is. Like, if you're Trump, I expect better than that. Like, you got to get that lady out of there because that is crazy town. And there's nobody paying attention. I don't even know what he was talking about. But you have those eyebrows directly behind you on national TV, and it's like, welcome to the circus. There's no other way to put it.
It could have been a classic Trump like diversion. Like, I know people aren't going to love what I'm going to say, so we're going to put this fucking freak eyebrow lady behind us. And like everyone's gonna focus on that, which we did. She looked like an alien that was trying to fit in and was like, I know eyebrows are a big thing. I'm gonna do the eyebrows. And
like
just
the Simpson aliens.
They came up
those
like
guys.
at a right angle down towards the eyes. They weren't even fucking close. And then there was the guy next to her that looked like a 14-year-old Paul Ryan. See that guy?
Inbred
So
Paul.
it
He looked,
was
and then the
like
one
a
next to
whole-
him was like the inbred Paul Ryan fucked another inbred Paul Ryan and had that kid.
like a whole clan. Like the further you panned out, you were like, what is going on back
Yeah.
here? So
I kind of buy that theory because it was. If it was
Intentional
just
diversion.
if it was just the eyebrow lady, it's like, come on, that's just random coincidence. But the weirdo Paul Ryans, the fake Paul Ryans.
and now look, we got no idea what he's saying. He could have said fucking anything
Anything.
up there.
Yeah,
So
I don't know what the headline was.
who knows with Trump? It might have been a genius move.
All right, that's the rundown. Post-show, I guess, there's some conflicting theories here. So we had, still following up on the Nate saga from yesterday, Young Page Views posted the director's cut. I watched that at like 2:30 in the morning, by the way. I literally watched half an hour up there. I think it confirms everything I thought happened. For the most part, I think Nate just totally overreacted. Nothing too bad was really going on, and he just went crazy. But it all should have been posted fine. YP does, so Barstool has like keywords that you can put in. So if you search like football, Patriots, if it's a blog about Brady, you put all those in. Generally people mail it in, you put 2 to 3 tags in there. YP put in about 1 million, basically just being like, Nate's a baby back bitch, like I'm the real deal, fuck everybody, like pussy, all. It went on forever. And then Francis blogged it. I think YP, Francis's blog was like, he didn't think anybody would see that. I think he thought everybody would see that.
Definitely.
I don't think he was like hiding that. I think he thought that was funny. So it's kind of a non-controversy in my mind a little bit. Like I haven't talked about it because I think YP wanted to do what he just did.
Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. I think that was the crux of that.
This is
Like,
where he saw it ending when he did it, I think.
Yeah, like keep it in the news.
And I think
keep
he
it-
kind of admitted that, right?
No,
in the spin
what?
cycle.
This is what happened. So, I'll just get straight to the point. We were sitting here last night. It took forever to upload. I'm like waiting for it to come out. I knew you guys were waiting. Went to post it. I was like, oh, this would be funny. And when we were going to export it, I was like, oh, I have to find this one clip. I see Nate's Twitter. I had not seen that. He said, it's not in still scenes because YP's a pussy. Don't omit that. And I was like, I
You
hadn't-
saw that a long time.
Swear to God in my life, I don't follow Nate. I muted him after the poker shit. So I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? So this dude knew that, knew the Big Cat stuff, and then came to work and had that whole saga and was tweeting that in the morning. When you cry wolf on like, oh, I have personal problems, don't put this in, but then call me a pussy publicly, I thought that was like very contradictory and hypocritical. So that's why I was like, oh,
But
this
you
would
did
be funny.
to be funny.
100%.
Yeah, for Barstool people.
Okay, but
Yes.
you actually sent me the Nate.
Last night.
I think that was before.
I'll bet $1 million on it right now. Of Dave's money. I don't have that
Okay, yeah,
much.
it was last night. It was like 10
Okay.
o'clock.
Just gotta
All
know.
right.
Ask Robbie. I was laughing. I was like, how funny. We were like coming up with him. Like, oh, like how did this work out? It wasn't.
See, my thing is like you and Nate are like in a battle to see who can lose this when both of you have clearly won it multiple times and could have just walked away from the poker team.
I 100% agree. And KFC was texting me that too last night. But like, at the same time, I saw that tweet. I was
See-
like, how could you do that and then still say that I'm a pussy publicly when you knew it was because you cried to Big Cat?
And maybe
that
there is
to me was
realer
crazy.
shit if you're like texting people on the side and shit, like texting KFC off the record, like, oh, walk away. So maybe there is more to it. Like, I thought it was a joke.
Oh, I don't think YP and Nate like each other.
No, they don't. A lot of
Yeah.
people,
No,
Nate has a lot of enemies.
The only thing that I was trying to say.
I still like Nate. He
Yes.
I like Nate.
kind
Yeah,
of threw me
love
under the
Nate.
bus yesterday a little
like
bit,
Nate.
but I like him.
But I've said it 1,000 times. The beauty of Nate is I find it very funny that, like, at least on the video side, everything he thinks he's great at, he's horrible at, and everything is horrible at, he's great at. Like, he's great when he's the spider monkey, but that's not what he still wants. He wants Nate at night, which is so bad, it's almost good now at this point.
Every day when he comes into the office and leads with like, I'm not doing video content today, he has a great day on video content. Whenever he comes in with like some plan, it's like, no, Nate,
This,
like, we're not gonna do
he basically hates everything he doesn't have final editorial control on, and everything he has final editorial control on is horrible.
Yeah.
That's just like how it is.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's fine. 'Cause it's
The irony of it is awesome,
Yeah.
and it makes Nate Nate.
But
Yeah,
you're
but
right.
they
It's like
don't
they're
like
both. It's like the end of a golf tournament. Everyone's like making double bogeys, trying to lose the tournament.
Yeah.
It's like, no, dude. Like you've
like
done
you
all
just
this.
walk away.
You're in a position to win. Just win. And they
Yeah.
both kind of keep, I don't know, fumbling around.
And I get that. It's just like sometimes it feels so good, whether that's smart or not PR-wise. It's like I saw that tweet and I hadn't seen it all day. I'm like, how could this dude have said that? And then
It is a
he knew.
bananas tweet
It
from
is
Nate.
very.
That was
You
my
let
whole
Nate defend
point.
himself?
He probably don't want to.
I asked
Nate,
him this
you wanna
morning, he
defend
wouldn't
yourself?
speak to me.
Because that was just not true, right?
Okay.
See, he's mad.
So
Nate's
right,
mad.
you don't care, but like, why'd you tweet that? Like
What's
you
that?
knew. I don't get it.
Are you mad, Nate? Nate. Okay. You won it, but you definitely won it if he was mad.
Yeah. This is. Well, I mean, you might as well defend
what do
yourself.
against why he sent that tweet?
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I guess it's. There's no
I know what he's going to say. I already know. I had this discussion in my office. He's going to say, I never said I didn't want that published. I never said that.
Yeah. So we're gonna go round and round.
We're going to go round and round. It's like, did you imply it? Did Dan do it to benefit you? I don't know. I didn't say that. That's what it'll be.
At the same time, he knew that Big Cat had told me not to put it in. So how am I a pussy in even that sense?
But we're just going to get circular. I can
Yeah.
play the role as Nate because Nate's going to say, I never said that.
Yeah, I got it. It's
still
all.
wasn't my call. So why would you tweet publicly? It wasn't in because why piece of pussy? That's blatantly
But
false.
it's
He is gonna say
circular.
it's your
Yeah,
fault.
Because he's right.
Right.
Because he's taking advantage of that little like vagueness that's in there,
Right.
and being like, "Oh, you bitch, you didn't
And
put
the
it in."
beauty of it is Nate thinks he's the only one who sees like what he's doing when it's like the most obvious thing, but he in his mind thinks he has everybody in like a mental torture chamber when it's like the most obvious thing what he's doing. Oh, hey Nate.
The crazy thing is when I watch Stool Scenes back, it's like Nate could have avoided all of that if he just didn't jump on me like the minute I
The
walked
whole
in.
thing was a non-issue. That's why I think Nate looked the worst because it's like there was nothing even
And I
really
can't quit
happening.
him. I'm still going to defend him.
Yeah, he's a crazy cat, that guy.
I love the kid.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
great
yeah,
blogger. I know I did say I was hashtagged, but I didn't tweet it. So that's fair. I didn't tweet it. I'm not done with Nate. I told him that on Friday night. I was like, I'm not done with you. I said I was done with you. I'm not. Can't quit you. What? This is ridiculous.
This is like so.
This is absurd.
Here he comes.
You make me smirk.
Yeah.
The Dave smirk is still the best thing.
You make me smirk, Nate Dogg.
I love you too.
Nate, did you?
I have to like watch now.
I
to
guess
make
my
sure I
only
don't get
question is,
fucking
here's actually a real
noogie.
question.
Relax.
Here's
Yes-
a real
yes,
question.
Relax.
Did you learn anything from this experience?
Oh, definitely.
Did I learn anything?
Like, are you going to do anything different? That's my question. Not learn.
I'm just gonna be the best me I can be, Dan.
Okay.
Do you think there's any truth to when I'm like, this is video, just strictly, like everything you think you're good at doing video, you
We've known
think
since
at-
day one I'm not good at video, dog.
But, dog, that means he's getting, when he breaks out.
I just know that you
dog,
get the Dave smirk
when he gets dog. Yeah, but I don't, okay, then you do. So you realize if you have
We've like high-fived about this
edit-
before.
if you
like
have-
you suck at video, and then we high-five.
if you have editorial control, it stinks.
We've known this
That's a great
for
visual.
centuries.
Well, you got mad at me when you were in Vegas. You thought I was holding videos back because I had a vendetta against you. But it was just
you were-
literally the worst video we've ever published.
I disagree with that.
Glenda?
Did you? No, singing with Elvis.
That was good.
Nate at
Oh, I
night.
never saw that.
It is shockingly bad to the
No.
point it became almost good.
No, it wasn't that bad. It was humorous.
Have we not put it out?
He accused me of not putting it out because I held a vendetta against him as holding it hostage, where I just watched it. I'm like, it's so bad. I'm
So
gonna
you're not
spare
gonna-
him.
are you gonna put
No,
it out?
I put it out.
Oh, you did?
I wrote it under. I go, Nate thinks I'm holding this as a vendetta, so here it is.
It was odd timing to randomly for the first time, not put up a video based on like how much freedom you've given everybody to post
That's not
videos.
true. A lot lately haven't been getting published. And
It
that
was
Nate,
odd timing.
Nate,
And
it
there
was
was
so
no
bad.
There was no like email like, hey, I'm gonna start like reviewing videos. It was just
Sean,
odd timing.
Sean.
No. I've learned after that about the previous conversations, but that wasn't spread to the content team at the time, so it seemed like a
Well,
vendetta.
you're not like you don't go around making a ton of
Right,
those
but it
videos.
seemed at the time you can understand like we were in like a
No, it
war.
was but I published one that day.
But we were like in that war, and so like it seemed like you were just like withholding it, like to be like, I'm still Boss Page use.
Wait till you see this.
It's not that bad, Dan. That's a lot of.
I'll
spit,
watch
so.
it.
Sean, unbiased opinion. What do you think of that video?
Well, can I just say this first? When I told Nate it wasn't going up, I feel like I made it very clear that it was something that had nothing to do, and that had happened with other videos. Like, hey, this isn't like just something that's happening to you. The other videos
why'd you
have
give
not
him-
made it.
Then you said
Dave
then-
wants not to publish the Elvis video.
Where I learned the previous details that were not. After the fact, when
But
I
Sean
learned
told
the
you that
details.
first, and then you
No,
said-
when I had to text him and ask like, what's happening? Like, what are the actual details? You're not the best communicator, Dave. You know that.
No, it was just a bad video.
But-
and I only had it for like.
Yeah, you should
Half a day.
you should communicate more, like your thoughts on it, why stuff
I don't
does
have
and does
time
not
because
go on.
Nate, you're just a whiny baby, and I
No.
get nothing else
It's
done.
just good to know so people can
It isn't.
learn.
Like I don't have to.
All right, that's the rundown. This
I don't
is
have
gonna go
to
bad for Nate Dogg. I don't want it to.
explain to you like why your videos stink.
And that's a good way to help people, though.
But you're never going to be
You're
good
the
at making
chief
your
of
own
content.
videos.
You should help us.
You're not good at. Don't make your own videos.
Okay, deal. Don't put me in videos.
You are going to be in.
Right, that's
This
when
is
you're
where the
put in
battle.
videos.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a battle.
Glad we
you
came
want
to
to be on video.
No
but you
video
want,
for no videos for Nate.
No, see that.
Nate,
but that's
here's the
it.
thing, though. At
he
the end of the
wants to
day-
make. He wants to be in videos,
No,
but
yes.
just his own.
Certainly don't.
Nate, at the end of the day, though, can I just say this? You probably are frustrated, but you have, in the last month, like stolen all the like the poker.
It's the summer of Nate.
And then summer
Not
of
on
Nate, and then
purpose,
attacking YP
What if I'm just
has
levels
been
and
just
levels and levels
two
above Dave?
electric moments that have just captured a nation's
What
hearts.
will Nate do next? Am I right?
Yeah, what will Nate do
But
next?
the
Hopefully
thing
get
is,
a
Nate
raise.
doesn't know what Nate's
No,
doing.
Nate
next.
doesn't.
That's
Nate
what
will not be directing what he does next.
No.
It'll be like,
Right.
it'll happen.
No, but he still will because I've told him don't make videos, and then we get that Elvis video. It's like, wow.
It was good.
So, and then the
Shout
Nate
out
and
Elvis.
YP.
Can we put this in at the end? The Elvis video
And
that
then-
he's talking about that
yeah.
he says is good.
And the Nate YP feud is still hot, correct? You guys aren't even looking each other in the eyes.
He's not
That'll
sure,
always
but
be
he did unfollow me on Twitter.
Oh wow, that's LeBron. That's where YP's triggered in Mad Online.
You're mad online if you unfollow someone. but-
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you are. Come on.
This is what happened. I saw that tweet. And I said, I'm not going to stand. For somebody who said stool
race to
scenes
the
is
bottom.
fraudulent, your Twitter is fraudulent.
You.
That's a
are-
fraud tweet.
Your brain is like.
Nate, that's a fraud tweet. If you're willing to admit that, I will follow you again, but that's a fraud tweet.
I'm all set.
Summer of Nate. Summer of Nate.
And welcome to Nate at Night, making his first ever television performance by the way of Nashville, Tennessee, Elvin Presley.
It's Elvis, man.
Elvis
Elvis
Presley.
Presley. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. You ain't another motorhound dog, crying all the time. You ain't another motorhound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rapper and you ain't no friend of mine. Well, they said you was high class, well, that was just a lie. You know they said you was high class, well, that was just a lie. Well, you ain't never caught a rapper and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't another motorhound dog, crying all the time. You ain't another motorhound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rapper and you ain't no friend of mine. You ain't another motorhound dog, crying all the time. You ain't another motorhound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit, you ain't no friend of mine. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, that was certainly something.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You have one more for us?
Sure, man. Why not? Being the fact that we have a Great skyline behind us.
Might have to shoot him from the waist up. It's a little much going on down there.
I can use my pinky.
Rock and roll. Disgusting.
Twilight City gonna set my soul on fire. Got a whole lot of money that's ready to burn, so get those stakes up higher. There's 1,000 pretty women waiting out there, but they're all living in heaven may care. But I'm just a devil with a love to spare. Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas. How I wish that there were more than 24 hours in a day. Or even if there were 40 more, I wouldn't see them minute away. Oh, with blackjack and poker and roulette wheel, a fortune won lost with every deal. But all you need is some higher and nervous steel. Here we go. Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas. Oh, Viva Las Vegas with the neon flashing and your water banks crashing. All the soul down the drain. Oh, Viva Las Vegas, turning day into night. I'm turning night into day. Now, baby, see it won't never be the same again. I'm gonna keep on rolling, gonna have me some fun. If it cost me my very last time, if I wind up broken, I'll always remember that I had a swinging time. Ooh, I'm gonna give it everything I got. Lady, like, please let those eyes stay high. Oh, let me shoot the 7 with a heavenly shot. Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, Viva Las Vegas, Viva, Viva Las Vegas. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, Elvin, that was certainly something. Thanks for coming on Nate at Night. And, you know, good luck to you in the future.
Thanks, Nat.
Nate.
Elvis.